Hi, welcome to my tutorial. In today's video, we are going to discuss how to use 3D backgrounds and populate them. And on the second topic, we are going to discuss how to create a 3D scene based on image and populate it with people and objects. And finally, we're going to discuss how to color the 3D backgrounds. So let's get started. We are going with the natural flow of drawing instead of discussing every topic separately. So here I'm clicking and dragging a default 3D model from Clip Studio Paint materials onto my canvas and using the camera distance and camera rotation icons to bring the whole model onto the canvas to explore it and pick a desired angle for the project. You can also use camera location icon to adjust your scene. Using object icons are not recommended for large 3D models as it can complicate things and mess with the perspective. By clicking on the settings icon on the bottom right corner of the tool property palette, you can access the object list and hide any objects that you don't need in your project. You can also access the light source and adjust the lighting and the color of the light to your liking if you plan to use the model as it is and not recolor it. But adjusting shadows is still useful even if you plan to recolor it and you are using EX version. Now that we have adjusted our shadows, let's convert this scene to lines by clicking on the line extraction in layer property palette. Then click on convert layers to line and tones. Turn on the preview, then play around with the settings until you achieve your desired look. Here I'm adjusting the line depth to be thicker in the foreground and thinner in the background. You can also adjust the tone values to increase or decrease the dark or light areas. Now click on OK and check your layers. Clip Studio automatically generates a folder containing line art, tones, shadows, and a white background layer, which you can also use to color the scene from scratch. Otherwise, there is an easier way to color using the original colors of the 3D model if it has them. To color from scratch, convert the white layer to color layer and set the line art layer as a reference. Then use the bucket tool to quickly and easily color your scene. Set the shadow layer to multiply and convert it to color if you wish to change its color. To change the color of the shadows, alpha lock the layer, then use the bucket tool to fill in your color. Now that we have covered the basics of using and coloring 3D models, let's go back to our 3D scene before we converted it to lines and tones. Here we are going to populate our scene with some daily life objects. Make sure you are on the same layer as your 3D model. That way you can drag and drop your objects into the same space. After dropping your items into the scene, click on them once to select the whole object and adjust the size and rotation. Clicking twice will only select that part of the object if it's not a one-piece object. If two or more objects are selected and are shaded red, you can click on the object you want to deselect. That way it won't be affected by adjustments made to other objects. You can save your populated 3D model as it is to use it in different projects and from different angles. Just click on your 3D layer to drag and drop into a material folder. Then click on it to select the settings icon and change its name. Now let's explore another way to color our background. First, convert our original 3D layer back. Then drag the layer and drop it at the end of the folder generated by CST. Since you now already have layers with line art and shadows, you only need to work on base layer, which is the 3D model layer. You can rasterize it and use it as it is or play around with hue, saturation, and brightness until you achieve your desired look. We are now adding elements to a flat image. First, you need to create perspective using your image as a reference. I have created a 3-point perspective based on the image and checked its accuracy by drawing some lines snapped to the ruler. Now I can drag and drop 3D elements to my scene and adjust them. For this section, I'm using the method of creating a perspective onto a flat image after some adjustments to position my 3D figure into the image. I hope this tutorial was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe for my future videos.